Well, thanks for joining us today. Kyle Gagnon here, Western Regional Manager. I am actually joined by my colleague out in Quebec, Daniel Below, our Eastern Canadian rep for both AMX Canada and Techni+Contact Canada. And we are actually doing a live show today with BeyerDynamic, and we actually have our Revoluto microphones set up in the room. So, Daniel, how are you doing today?
So, hi, Kyle. I'm doing very well. Thank you. What about you?
I'm doing fantastic. As we know, with the current state of affairs with COVID and social distancing, this is a nice virtual event we've been putting on. And Daniel, can you tell me a little bit about the room setup? How large is the room that you're in right now, would you say?
We have a room for about 30 feet by 25 around. It's our conference room that we're using here at Techni+Contact in Montreal, Point Claire. So the room is set up with a front 70-inch screen, and we have also the BeyerDynamic microphone installed in the front on the ceiling, which we'll be able to show you guys later on. What we did here in this room is we've set up several of our manufacturers we represent all around the room. So we're able to navigate through each of them and show what's new or what's really popular because of COVID-19 in these days. Right now I'm actually using the NPR 210 ceiling microphone, which is actually this guy here.
Okay.
Which is actually installed hanging from the ceiling. And what's nice about this microphone is that there is 14 capsules inside of it, allowing you to really make sure that the capture of the voice is equal, even if you're further or closer to the microphone. This microphone is basically hanging from the ceiling using some hanger. It comes with it. So you have some middle hangers, so it's really robust and solid, so it doesn't fall. And it comes with a pre-terminated cable with an XLR3. So actually, these 14 capsules have a processor inside, allowing us to get only one microphone input from your DSP. Again, eliminating the needs of multiple inputs on your DSP processor.
That's
The way we,
fantastic.
yeah, yeah. And the way we're set up here, we're using also our Xilica DSP in the chain for being able to transmit the sound towards the Zoom, which right now we're using a Zoom, but that could work with any web interface or web conferencing solution like Teams, or GoToMeeting or Google Meet or whatever else you want to use. It's really nice setup that we have here. But also we have a second microphone that we're using in this room, and this is the RM30. Actually, the one I have is a black one, but we can have the color in white also available. So this microphone actually versus the NPR 210 basically sits vertically from the ceiling downwards, and then you can direct the positioning of the microphone depending of the height of the ceiling. And this also can be lowered down depending if you have like some light fixtures coming from the ceiling, or if you have like a gyps frame around the room. So you're able to really make sure that the position of the microphone will be properly installed. What we can do actually is I have my Xilica system here installed, and I'm actually using the free app coming with the Xilica DSP that allows me to control the environment. I can even control my camera with it to make my pan tilt and presets. In this case, right now, I'm going to be turning on the RM30. So right now, I'm using the NPR 210. I'm around, I would say, 20 feet away from the microphone right now. That's located on the ceiling. And as you can see, even if I'm moving around in my room, the level of the sound captures is fairly the same. Even if I go forward the room and I'm walking, it will still capture my voice properly. And if I was sitting at a table also, it would be properly capturing my voice. Now what I'm going to do is turn on the RM30 and turn off the NPR 210. So the pattern of the RM30 is really made to capture a wide audience. So that way I can really be coming closer, even closer. Now you're going to lose my face for a minute, but you're going to see that my voice is still happening and be the same almost than if I walk back in my position where I was originally in the room. So again, depending on the configuration of the room, we can combine both microphones to have the best capture in your environment. So, and again, at Techni+Contact, we have all the technical skills, technical engineer that can assist in the design for these type of rooms. So what I'll do right now, I'll turn on the MPR 210. So now I have both microphones happening at the same time. So one is able to capture a little bit longer in terms of range versus the RM30, which is more for a wider range. I did mention also that we're using Xilica as DSPs. So what's nice about the DSPs that Xilica have available is they have their QR1. So this is a small form factor DSP, quarter rack. That's why we call it the QR1. So the big advantage of this DSPs is it can be installed behind the display, it can be installed underneath the table as well. And it comes with a Dante already channel 4x4 available on it. It's also available to be powered through PoE. So it comes with a power supply, but you can also use a PoE injector or a PoE network switch to power the device. What's nice on these also is that they're card-based. So there is no cards coming with the unit, and then you simply have the cards depending on your need. So it's really easy to populate these with basically just popping in the cards in the position you want. So example, I have a USB card here. I have some mic line cards and line output cards. There's relay cards. There's HIO card. There's even AES cards. So again, depending on the configuration and in the installation, you just populate these cards as you wish within the DSP. So for sure, we have also the DSP with echo canceling. So that's really a must when you're using some sort of seating microphone or table microphones to capture properly the voice and make sure that you don't have any echoing and that you don't have also any noise disturbing the presentation while you're speaking. So I was actually doing some demos for the whole day yesterday and this morning, and really people are amazed about the quality of that DSP. If there's needs for a bigger platform, well, we have the FR1, which is the full rack space, which accommodate more Dante channel. It's a 64x64, and there's 16 space for cards to accommodate also the number of inputs and outputs. So yes, so that resumed a lot about what the sound offering from BeyerDynamic and Xilica. So we can combine those. And again, we don't have only seating microphones with BeyerDynamic. We have a broad range of products available from a conference system, from a tour guide delegates system using the Unite solution. So I really recommend you guys, if you have any questions, if you have any requests about the solution we can offer you guys, just give us a call, send us an email. We're always available to help in your design.
That is fantastic info. Thank you very much, Daniel. So just to quickly review, so right now with our show, you're in our meeting room, like you mentioned, it's about a 30-foot by 24-foot room. How many of those MPR 210s are installed on the ceiling right now?
So right now there's only one microphone.
So during this whole presentation, we've had a single microphone live, that a white bar unit, as well as a single vertical unit at the front of the room, correct?
Correct, exactly. So we configured them in a way that we can actually show the difference between the two technology. So that again helps for people to evaluate and make sure they found the proper solution for their needs.
That is fantastic. And correct me if I'm wrong, so the BeyerDynamic MPR 210, the technology that Beyer has implemented that is the Revoluto technology, correct?
Correct, exactly. So this is not a beam forming. It's
Mm.
really different, 14 different capsules positioned in a different way on a board, allowing us to really narrow the pattern so that it doesn't capture the noise from the ceiling. It doesn't also capture the noise from the back of the microphone, and really focusing on the people. So I can even turn my head like this, watching the wall, and you still can be heard properly using the microphone, because like I said, the pattern is really made to have a really long range of distance. You may need to have two of these depending on the size of the room, right? Depending on also the distance from the audience that you want to capture. But it's really made in a way that you can have a really small amount of microphone to capture in your environment.
No, that is fantastic, Daniel. Thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate the demonstration. As you saw, as Daniel was moving around the room, there was no high or lows, even with him, not even facing the microphone where it's installed at the front of the room at the ceiling. So thanks again for joining me, Daniel. I appreciate the demonstration.
Thank you, Kyle. See
All
you next
right.
time.
Thanks for joining us today. I appreciate everybody's time, and I hope everybody has a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas. Thanks.